So because Vrksasana is really the first standing balance, you're going to find that, wow, it can get really wobbly. So there's a couple ways to deal with that and continue learning the pose. So the first most basic way is just to put your back against a wall. The feet, have them a little away from the wall to begin with. As you get more and more balanced, you get them closer and closer to the wall until they touch the wall. But at first, have the heels 2 or 3 inches away. Spread the mounds of the foot, lift the knees, thighs back, just like Tadasana. You can bend your knees here to begin, because then when you press the heels and lift the knees up, you really get that sensation of taking the buttock down. It's as if there's a sticky mat on the wall. So that'll really give you a sense of how much I'm talking about when I say buttock down. I mean, really, buttock has to descend. Then, same deal. So you'll bring your left hand to your left waist. You might have to lean and move around a little, get that right leg lifted, that's okay. And when you do, by the way, look, you can bend this standing leg again. And you can straighten that leg again, pulling both sides of the buttock down. The heel presses the inner thigh, the outer hip firms in, and I bring my hands together at the chest. I'm just catching that right buttock, right? Then bring the arms overhead and lift up and extend. Hands back together and release down. So that's one way of dealing with the balance issues in Vrksasana. Here's another way that I find quite useful, is you put your hand against a wall. So this is my right leg. I'm going to lift that leg up first. So with my left hand against the wall, I'm not getting a full arm's distance, just a comfortable distance, hand at a wall. It's just for balance. But when I balance that way and I lift my right leg up, heel against the inner left thigh. Now look, this is what not to do. You see how my hip sags towards the wall. Right hand on the right waist. Now I'm going to push my left hand into the wall and start to hug right here, this outer left hip in. It's like the leg is pushing to the heel and the heel is pushing to the leg. Then, yes, I know my upper body's leaning towards the wall. It's fine. It's helpful. So when you're here, you can really start to feel, wow, I want this thigh to go back, and I want both buttocks, right and left buttock, to descend towards that left heel. When I start to catch that, then I can bring this left hand way up the wall and bring the right arm up also. Now I'm lifting out of my waist. That is really helpful in the balancing process. Pulling up is equally helpful to getting the buttock to descend down. So I want to do that here, get my balance, and maybe that left hand can leave the wall and I can reach up. If it's too much on the shoulders, just have your hands shoulders distance. It's fine. Or here, right? And then come back. Now, take a look at one other thing. That was my right leg lifted. Now I'm going to lift my left leg and I'm going to put my right hand against the wall. Now when I do this, I want you to be very clear about where this left knee is. You see, now my right hip is towards the wall. I'm going to stand on my right leg. I'm leaning a little bit towards this right wall, so my outer right hip is in. Now I look straight forward and right thigh back, right, buttock flesh down. Now look where my left knee is. It is not directly out at my side. You see my knee's a little in front of me. It is not, ready here, this is incorrect. It is not this. That is merely me working and overworking, overflexing my lumbar spine, and it is deeply incorrect. Keep your right thigh back, keep the flesh of the buttock down, then you feel the tailbone comes in. Then I can take that right hand up the wall. I can reach my left arm up and lift out of my waist, buttock down, side waist up, and maybe the two palms will join together. Then back to center. Okay? Vrksasana, at the wall, you get your balance there, and you'll be in the middle of the room in no time.